Okay. Is everybody comfortable with being recorded? Just let me know. Especially for the first time. Jim, Julie, are you okay being recorded? Okay. All right, great. So let me go ahead and, so John, who do you want to ask question?
Let's go with Jonathan Thor. Never met you, so tell me about yourself, what your business is, and kind of what drives you.
Oh yeah, so I'm John Thor. So I own Cinema Dreams Productions. We do video, basically. We do testimonials, interviews, seminars. We have a whole lot. We're also getting a drone soon. That's kind of where we're trying to go, lift off eventually. So that's probably down the way. But what I'd like to do mostly is interviews, talks, and any like side projects anyone would be interested to do for sure, like real estate or just going to their local store. That's pretty much what I do.
All right. Okay, Jonathan, who do you want to ask next?
Oh my God, can I go last?
No, I'm talking about Jonathan Thor, not
Oh,
you.
okay.
Just wait until somebody asks you a question.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, Jonathan
I'm
Thor.
curious about Eddie. What exactly do you do? It's the first time meeting you, so.
Well, I'm a data aggregator. I aggregate data that realtors and Zillow, et cetera, doesn't have. From that, we've created real-time data visualization, heat maps. We're building APIs, and most people don't understand what I'm talking about. So we're creating videos. So you know videos. So if you can explain disruptive, unique data, and I talked to smart people. They said I got to explain how to use the data and technology. So we're working on how to use this and how to integrate our data with existing tech stacks. And it sounds simple, but realtors don't understand that language. So I'm creating videos on that. Did you understand it?
Yeah, we got it, Eddie. All right,
Okay.
who is your next person who you want to ask?
Well, Ken, what's new this week since we haven't, tell us something new we haven't heard from you before. How's that?
Oh, well, we put together a squad on the radio that is dealing with food, fashion, and finance. And actually, Jonathan Bash over here is our finance editor. And we're going to go way deep into ideas that other people in the social media / radio business really don't talk about. So
I thought Jonathan is fashion.
I thought I was fashion.
yeah, excuse me, fashion. I'm sorry.
Just playing with you.
Did I say food? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Finances, you said.
You said
Oh, did I say finance? Well, he's actually going to show you how that you can put together a nice portfolio of clothing at a relatively low price and actually be fabulous looking. So, yeah.
Yes.
We had our first meeting yesterday with the team, and this is going to be an exciting launch.
Okay. All right, Ken. So who do you want to ask next?
I should probably ask Jonathan because I got it all fouled up. But I'm going to go with somebody else. Let's go with Jim here. So it gives Jonathan a little more time to think about it.
I'm fine now.
Okay. Go ahead, Jim.
What's your question, Ken?
Oh, Jim.
I gotta have a question.
Yeah. I see that you're involved in social media and various other medias. It looks like Omni Media. So, what do you guys specialize in, or what is the?
Well, actually, those are the 7 habits of effective people. So, 7 effective habits of successful people. So I'm an executive management consultant, and everybody has a different idea what that is. I mean, do you have any, Ken?
Oh yeah, well I've met a couple of them. It just kind of depends on who they are. Boston Consulting and various people like that. But so when you do management consulting, how do you define the projects that somebody is going to do?
Well, we can operate on the project that they bring to us. We can work with leadership, or we can work with the entire organization to do several different things. It's about really getting the people, the process, and the technology all to be balanced and working in concert. It's very holistic, but I've never found anyone that operates the way I do, because it's all about putting together scientific, repeatable processes that have been used for decades and not trying to reinvent the wheel. So I'm not a guru guy. I'm a guy who uses the predictive index for people. I use Six Sigma and Lean for business processes. And from an overall holistic perspective, we use what's called the Baldrige Award criteria, which has been the gold standard since 1987. That's when it was voted as a gold standard for business by Congress.
Oh, okay. So you can help somebody actually get the Baldrige Award, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Jim, who's your next person to ask?
Well, I guess I'm going to go with Jennifer because she looks deep in thought. So, Jennifer, tell me all about yourself. If I were to see you and say, tell me the most exciting thing about you, what would you say?
Okay. Well, I recently became a #1 international best-selling author for a public service book that I wrote involving my brother, who is a public servant, and I am currently developing that into a series. So that's sort of my very expensive hobby of writing. But on the other side of the coin, I write.
Oh, she freeze?
Oh, we lost her. She's going to come back.
Yeah, she was telling us about all the books she wrote. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she is actually the owner of Realty School 101 in Florida.
Wow.
And so she covers the entire Florida and the entire California, and she teaches thousands of students. So she has a lot of people underneath her, and she is also partnered with Finest Women in Real Estate, which is my company.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do, since Jennifer has to somehow come back, let me try and get Jessica is here too. Okay. Well, why don't I go ahead and ask Julie a question. Julie, can you please let us know what you do?
Hello, everyone. My name is Julie Tolan. I work for Shawmut Design and Construction. I do project management for large-scale commercial construction projects. I've been doing that for about 7-8 years. And I originally started in finance, in trading, and I worked for Merrill Lynch, and joined the Army for between the years of 2009 and 2019, and that's where I developed my engineering skill and how I transferred from the finance field into the construction field, which I am doing today.
Okay, wow, that's awesome. Well, we work with a lot of real estate developers, so that's good that we have you here. Okay, so Julie, who do you want to ask question?
Let me see here. Let's do Jessica.
I knew it.
What was your question for Jessica?
I guess just to what do you do?
Hi, everybody. My name is Jessica, and I own Joyful Development Group. It's a business dev brand where I specialize in joint venture partnerships, ecosystem mergers, and like relationship management type projects. So it usually has to do with like staying on top of things, cat herding, different relationships and partnerships, and making sure people do what they say they're going to do. But mostly being consistent with follow-up is like kind of what I'm known for, with connecting and making strategic intros.
Okay. All right. So who do you want to ask, Jessica?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I get to ask. By the way, everybody, this is actually my favorite part of the meeting, because I just think we get to know each other on a different level, and it relates to business on some level. So let's see. Did everyone go?
No, there's only one person you got to talk to.
Gee, wait, it's
Well,
either
there's Jonathan Bash still, right?
Right, that's the one person.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Magic Square.
I was gonna go with John, but we could also.
And I'm
No, he's got to be last, is what based on what Marie said.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I missed that part. All right. So we have so many Jonathan. What's going on here? Which is great. I guess it's the J Club today. Okay. Well, Jonathan Bash, I think is how you pronounce it. I have to know what that portrait is behind you and the significance of it.
Okay.
You have to know what's going on here.
Hi, Jessica. Thanks for the question. My grandfather actually painted it of my grandmother. So that's my grandmother in a French impressionist art kind of style. So he was a painter. So I never met my grandmother. So she watches over me.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. So did you inherit it or was it like gifted to you?
He knew how much I loved the painting, and there's a series of 3. So he gave me all 3 of them.
Oh, well, I'd like to see what the other 2 look like.
Of course.
That's awesome. So is it related to anything? I don't know how, that was one question, but
Okay.
It would be cool to see how this might tie into like what you do professionally or how it inspires you in your life since she watches over you every day.
Yeah, you're hilarious because it's right on. Let's see. I'm more inspired by music and people, and she watches over me for sure. She always was an inspiration growing up, looking at her regular pictures because I never met her. I have all my family, thank God, never lost anybody. And I always felt a connection with her. But my tags are lavender color. And she wore this lavender Oscar de la Renta gown to my dad's bar mitzvah. And so I always looked at this lavender color. So I made my tags lavender for her. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that's so awesome.
All right, we were joined by Dr. Rob. So Jonathan, you're gonna have to ask Dr. Rob.
Okay, hi, Dr. Rob. What do you do and what are your career plans for the future?
Visibility and growth specialist, and teach people how to transition from being an expert to a really visible industry leader. Career plans are to just grow my consulting firm, and I have a magazine, so I'm working on that too.
Very cool.
All right, Dr. Rob, you have John Simon to ask, who is the last one right now.
Okay, and am I asking what their career goals are? Or?
Whatever you want to ask him, it's up to you.
At what point would you consider yourself highly successful, in your own opinion?
I think I would consider myself highly successful once my company gets through Series A. Because that would mean I could probably do it for any other company, and we would be in a really good position for my company. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right. Okay, so we got through the first part of our meeting, which is the Q&A. How did you guys feel about that?
I love it. I want to ask more questions.
Okay, well, this is just the first part. So the second part is we wanted to have, this time to talk about a little bit on Fire Up Connect and some of the plans for next year. Okay, I mean for this year. So for everyone that's new, so Fire Up Connect actually creates 2 types of events. One is what we call community events, and the other one is a business event. And every year we create this event called Fire Up Live Seminar and Fire Awards. So this year we're looking at doing it in the first week of November, which is November, that is 5th, 6th, and 7th, which is a Friday. It will be a networking in the evening and then an all-day event on the 6th. And then if people wants to stay, we're gonna have dinner in the evening, and then we'll have some speakers Sunday morning. And this is going to be at the Old Town Temecula Theater. And the reason why we wanted to be at the theater is because when we did an event there, we had some amazing photos and videos out of the theater, because it's a theatrical theater and they have a lot of lights, and it's incredible for video production and for photo shoots. So, and I know that a lot of people, they think that when it's a live event, it's a one-day event, but that's not the case. We're talking about having a lifetime effect and lifetime content from the live event. That's what we want out of it. So we are going to have business networking on the night of the 5th, November 5th, and it's going to be closer to the city hall of the city of Temecula. It's a beautiful architectural building that we're going to be doing some business networking. And then the next day, we're going to be at the theater, to where we're having all the speakers. We're going to introduce all the partnerships that we have through, Fire Up Connect. And we're going to have panel discussions. We're going to have award ceremonies. We're going to have in the evening dinner and fashion shows. So if you guys wanted to be a part of that whole fun event, you definitely want to be a part of it. And a lot of announcement, big projects are going to be announced during that day. And then the next day is going to be more like a breakfast networking, and give more time for the people to connect. And that's what we're planning to do. Any questions on the Fire Up Live and Fire Awards event?
Did you talk about tickets and like potential opportunities to like be an affiliate of some kind, or how we can support you with this?
Yes. Well, we are definitely going to open up spots for the speakers. There's going to be a package to give out to the speakers. And then they're going to get certain number of tickets that they can invite people. Right now, the tickets is not determined yet, because I need to find out exactly what the cost to get the facility with the city of Temecula and also the theater. So we're talking right now, and the situation with the governor is they will know exactly on June 15 when everything is going to be okay with COVID, but we're looking at November. So I'm already planning way ahead, and it's not going to be that hard to put this together. I've done several events in the past years, and the biggest one that I've done was 300 people for the Fire Awards, and that was really, really successful. We had celebrities, we had amazing entertainers. We're going to have a lot of well-known faces in there, and it's going to be, and Dr. Rob is connected to a lot of celebrities, so I'm going to talk to you, Dr. Rob, about it. Okay. So this program is going to be established, and you guys will know everything about it later on. I just wanted to make sure that you are aware that that's what we're doing, and it's going to be on 11th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, and we're going to confirm that totally with all the flyers and all the details. All right. And as a Fire Up Connect, definitely you are going to be involved. For the non-Fire Up Connect members, you can talk to me and ask me some questions. There's a lot of amazing exposures for you to be a part of it in regards to real estate or social media or marketing. There's a lot of different people that are coming into this event. All right.
If I can be there in person, you bet I will try what I can move to be there.
Okay. All right. So next part of our meeting is to do a 1 minute business share, which means that you can either select one of the three things. If you want to share one of your success story, okay, you can definitely do that. Another one that you can share is if you have any type of challenges that you want people to know, and maybe they can and they can give you some recommendation later on, and you can use the chat to provide your comments and recommendations for some of the challenges that you hear from other people. And then lastly, you can also share your specific goal And make sure that when you do that, you give us, a time frame of completion so people can understand what you're trying to accomplish and maybe they can support you. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Dr. Rob, because Dr. Rob is very well organized with his plans and goals. All right, Dr. Rob, your turn. I'm going to go put you on a gallery speaker view here. Go ahead.
Okay. Thanks, Marie. My next major business goal is just mapping out the next issue of my magazine. We come out quarterly, and today I did the storyboard for it, story ideas, and around the beginning of June, we'll have it released and distributed. So that's what I'm working on currently.
Amazing. Thank you, Dr. Rob. Okay, who wants to go next? Or do you want me to just call everyone?
We could pick each other.
Okay, Jessica, why don't you be the next one?
It's not what I meant, but all right. Well, let's see. Goals, challenges, or support needs. I'm gonna go. Okay, I'll go with support needs. I have actually been having a challenge with putting packages together that makes sense to people with what I'm currently offering. And some of the organizational, like I organize for other people, but sometimes when it comes to what I'm doing, I get a little stuck with prioritizing. So if there may be some great tools or resources you can point me to, I'd appreciate that so that I can feel like I know what I do, but sometimes if you don't have like a nice visual reference for someone, it can get a little confusing. So
one of the things that you can try, Jessica.
Jim, you're gonna need to put it on your private chat too, Jessica.
Oh, okay, I can do that. No worries.
Thank you. All right, let's go to Julie.
Hello. So you want, I'm talking about my goals. I guess this is my first time, so I'm kind of.
You can share your goal or a challenge or a success story, any of those items. And for 1 minute, you have a 1 minute to share.
Okay. Well, I guess a lot of things that I do on a day-to-day basis in construction are, I guess, like challenges to be overcome. Anywhere from, for example, there was a design to have open cell spray foam on underneath the decking side of a parking garage. Turns out that you cannot apply open cell spray foam. It has to be closed cell spray foam due to like weather and water requirements. That ends up being like a $60,000 change order to the job because of the design error. So there's like many, kind of on the spot here, but there's like, I feel that I overcome challenges daily in construction. And I feel like it makes me very resilient. And I feel like it makes me a better problem solver, better at dealing with kind of crises, and just overall kind of has helped me over the years to kind of like step back and reassess things before making a decision. It slows down my decision-making process. And I mean, I could probably go on forever about issues that we have, but of course I can't think of a single one right now.
Okay.
I could like, open my email and find 1,000 of them, but yeah, I mean, construction in the construction industry, I just feel that I'm constantly putting out fires.
Okay.
And sometimes we try and handle issues to not have the least cost impact, but sometimes it's unavoidable, and having to, I guess, break news of a cost impact is one of the hardest things to one of the harder conversations to have with a owner of a project.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Julie, for sharing. All right, let's move on to Eddie.
So my biggest success, I finally got a decent advisor. I highly recommend, John, you might want to ping him. It's called Pacific Community Ventures, and they're high-level advisors. You have to, it's a 4-month process to get them approved. And she used to be one of the top people at the Federal Reserve Bank. She's been a realtor for 8 years, and she went through my technology and said, no one will understand it. So, okay, great. So now I know what to do. So I'm creating a lot of videos, how to, because we can have the best data and technology out there. If people don't know how to use it or make money with it, they're lost. So she gave me that advice. So hopefully we're going to get those all done soon, and then we can finally start rolling and rocking and rolling. And then I want to re-talk with you, Dr. Rob, so we can start rocking and rolling. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, Jonathan, next. Thor.
Oh yeah, so my success story is something that's going to be happening tomorrow. I have an event called Reality Shift. I'm also a student too. So as a student on the side, we're doing like an art exhibit, and I could probably link that up later. You could see it tomorrow, but we'll also have a Zoom call on it on Thursday. So I'm kind of glad that it's done. So it'll be great.
All right. I think I'm going to give you a little icon there for celebration. Okay. You can use your reactions there. That's fun to use. Okay. So we'll go to Ken next. Ken, you're on a mute. Ken, you're on a mute.
Yeah. So yeah, my cup is overflowing with all the activity and success stories. So I'm pretty excited. It takes a while in this group to build the relationships, but once the relationships are built, you're moving on. I'm helping a golf course. I'm involved with doing tigers, and so a lot of stuff is happening. Jonathan Bash over there has been helpful as well. He's going to dress me so that I look professional when I actually have to make a couple more presentations, and it's been really good. And then Jonathan Thor is a tremendous video guy, and I don't know what I would do without him. And then the young lady Julie on the bottom there. I don't know why you're too concerned, because you were at Merrill Lynch where things went down 30%. You were in the Army where people got killed. So this should be a walk in a park for you. But anyway, what I do is long form radio. And because of the internet, we're worldwide, and we can produce a show or a segment that will make you successful. And next week, I will be making a presentation to show you how you can use long form radio to make money and actually monetize your advertising. In other words, your advertising actually pays you as opposed to you paying it. I know that was more than a minute, but, and then of course, the Queen of Hearts, Marie there, has been very helpful.
All right.
I don't know what I'd do without it.
Okay, next, let's have Jonathan Bash.
Hi, I'm gonna do a success story. Let's see, which one should I use? I'm just kidding. I'm a fashion designer, a wardrobe stylist, and fashion expert. I started at 18 years old. I started my first clothing line at 18. I was discovered by Paris Hilton at a gas station across the street from my fashion school downtown Los Angeles. And Paris was the reason why I started my line. And then I got into Neiman Marcus, the youngest designer to ever have a dress collection in Neiman Marcus. So I was very proud of that. And I'll stop there.
All right. Okay. Let's move on to who else am I not getting? Oh, did I already call you John? John Simon? We already did, right?
Last but not least again, huh?
Did I do John Simon already?
No.
Okay, go for it.
All right. Well, let me think here. I've been thinking about what to say. In terms of success, I've made a few sales this week. We've grown the company 35% since January, so I think that's a pretty good success. Challenges, trying to raise money still from investors because I've been working with Julie on enhancing my product to make it better suited for the construction industry, since that's already one of our target markets. But making a lot of the changes is going to be expensive, so raising the funding to come up with that is still a challenge for us. But we're still chugging away. We're still pitching to investors. We're still in due diligence with the group I told you about last time. So fingers crossed.
All right. Okay. Okay. So it looks like I've pretty much covered everyone, right? Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Now, let me just get your feedback on what you heard from everyone else. I know Dr. Rob, you put out something out there. Do you want to share what you just, shared to everybody?
Are you talking about in the
The
chat
one that-
section or what?
You put something on the chat, I believe.
Yeah, I was just talking about one way that I really went from struggling to close deals with clients potentially was to create really good proposals. Presentation size in Canva, they're free, and it was a huge upgrade, and I sold a couple of them over the $10,000 level just by really putting emphasis into 5 to 7 pages, custom proposal. You put the person's picture on the first, like the cover page with their name. And then I listed some of the things I put in my proposals. Screenshots are everything, past results are everything, and then a listing of your services, and then maybe some different pricing tiers. Takes about an hour to do each one custom, but I can assure you your close rates are going to go up.
Okay, comments?
Thank you. Yeah, I have, I remember, I like that you, in customizing it, you personalize it with actually putting their picture on it. And I can see a crossover when you're doing a partner deck proposal too, that the visuals are really tying in. And it's a throwback from when we first met several years back when you were getting some of those media sheets. Like this is, what you just described is like what those media sheets were, but so much better. So if you'd welcome it or be interested, I'd like to connect offline to actually see some examples of that and catch up if you like.
Yeah, throw me your email in the chat. I'll send you an example of one so you can just reverse engineer it.
Awesome.
Now I have a question for Julie. Julie, what is the best target market for you?
For me, the best target market would be architects, developers, and I would probably say the city or the government. I'm targeting people that are designing and or ownership of the development.
Okay.
I'm a general contractor.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, commercial
and
general contractor.
what's your area coverage?
Location?
Yes.
I work out of Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay. Do you only do it over there, or do you do anywhere?
My company operates in a lot of different locations. We're literally all up and down the East Coast, and we have a couple offices in California and in Arizona. But other than that, we're in Tennessee, in Florida, in New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts,
Okay.
Rhode Island.
All right, sounds good. All right, for Jonathan. Jonathan, you're in the fashion industry. What do you think that would be beneficial for this group to learn more about you? Because we do have both men and women, and I think you provide fashion advice to both, right?
Yeah, I do. And then if they listen to the new radio show, they'll be able to get a lot of insights on trends and different people and different aspects of the fashion industry. I don't know if I answered your question, Marie, but
Yeah. So, but it helps a lot with the branding. Am I right?
completely.
Okay.
Branding is, yeah.
So because Dr. Rob does a lot of media branding, and Dr. Rob, is that something that your client would be able to use? Jonathan's skills and expertise on, fashion, styling, and all of that.
I think Jonathan should be linking up with brand managers and specifically image consultants.
Okay.
And he could really, because a lot of people do makeovers professionally for real estate lawyers, people like that, because a lot of like middle-aged higher end professionals dress really boring. And so they will hire an image consultant to like kind of fancy them up like they used to do on like Jenny Jones or, Maury. But that would be a really good way to get introduced to high-end clients and to drum up some more business. And also, I mean, there's a ton of potential for teaching your industry and just starting, getting some media out there, teaching people like, 5 ways to spruce up your image, better ways to look good on camera, stuff for skin, whatever your skill set is.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. And have you also, is this the first time you met John Simon? Dr. Rob?
Is this the first time I met Jonathan?
Yeah, John Simon.
John Simon. Oh,
Yeah,
I think so. We might have been on a call once, but it's been
Okay.
a while.
So I think with your connection, Dr. Rob, there might be some connection with John, because John is actually working on that virtual badge app. And that it's good for a lot of medical institution and construction companies. I think Julie, you'd be, do you work, you were invited by John already, right? So you're both connected already, but
Yeah, we're working together already on my product.
okay. All right, perfect. So, but with Dr. Rob, I think, because you're connected to so many companies that might be a good thing to learn more about what John is doing. And then, Ken, I know I sent you information of Dr. Rob for the radio show.
Yes.
That's something that I would like to see happen with Dr. Rob. So if you could schedule him for that. And I know you've already, Eddie, you were already, I already said that you should connect with Ken, right? For the radio show.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Coming soon.
Jessica, anything with you in regards to image branding with Jonathan Bash?
Well, honestly, I was thinking about Deborah's event coming up, her brand new 3-day event coming up that might have some synergy, though I need to double check because it might be geared towards a certain audience. So I just need to double check that it would be compatible. But if not her event, I'm connected to like all kinds of JV communities. And so I just need to learn a little bit more optics about where your focus is. I'm a creative, multi-passionate person too. So although this is my main thing, I likely have, that's why I ask questions that aren't always business related, because I want to see like where common ground is. So
Okay.
I'd love to talk offline just to learn a little bit more, and I might be able to point you in the right direction.
Okay. All right. Great. Anybody else have any questions to other people?
Well, I think that one of the things that Jonathan Bash can do is, and Julie probably knows, for example, at Merrill Lynch, they have a whole 2 hours on fashion, on how to dress for success. And I think coming out of the pandemic, I think it's going to be a huge, huge market for him, especially up in the Silicon Valley, where a lot of these guys are just now getting promoted and have to do dog and pony shows, and they're not used to wearing suits. You can tell when you look at the Zuckerberg, his change has been dramatic from a hoodie to a 3-piece suit. So anyway, that's something that he could be very helpful in take him to the next level.
Okay. Eddie, do you think there's a connection between you and Julie?
I'm not sure. So Julie, let's talk, because obviously, you said you're in construction, but I need to know more. And I definitely need product help. So I don't know where you're, send me how, and I can send you a log into our technology, what I'm working on. Because my biggest thing is people understand what I'm talking about. And because we have disruptive data and technology that construction people don't have access to, especially builders.
What type of technology? Is it like comparable to
Well, let's say we're replacing, let's say if Starbucks wants to open up 50 stores next week, or Toll Brothers wants to build 100 stores next month, how do they determine that? So we aggregate monthly and quarterly demographics and economics, build a predictive model, and we replace Esri, real-time heat maps, and we build APIs as well, so we can send our data to anybody. And most people don't understand what I just said, so we got to create videos, and smart tech people really get it. Realtors don't get it. So we got to have a good.
I would love to see your information.
How do I reach you?
Put it on the chat so you guys can
Yeah.
and then make sure you save the chat before you leave. Okay.
Thanks for asking, Marie.
I think we've covered everybody, right? Unless you any more last minute questions.
Well, I do for Julie. I do work in, well, I can work in a lot of different industries, but real estate is one of my top 3 as far as creating connections, strategic intros, visibility. Sometimes it looks like more PR media speaking opportunities. And so while I know what you do like day to day, I think when you said government, you're meaning more of like the policy decision makers for is that more along the lines of what you meant by that is?
No, more so like the people who are in charge of infrastructure so if it, like right now I'm doing a project that is a 110 unit residential building. It's about 100,000 square feet, and it is partially paid for by the city because it is like 40% low income housing.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a client of mine, like an architect that designs a project. If I have a good relationship with them, they'll invite us to bid on the project, and we'll be in the running to be awarded the project.
Okay. Well, we can talk a little bit more offline too.
Sure, I threw my email on the group chat.
Okay.
And I can put in a quick description of kind of projects I've worked on and things that I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I just ask, and even as a general thing, because we have, it's so exciting to see so many faces today. I would just love how to support throughout the week. And while this segment's like, we could pick a couple different things as far as challenges and stuff. If there's a takeaway of how, like a one sentence thing, or just like a 1-word thing of support needs, if I can help with that, I'd love to. So
okay,
don't be shy.
All right, well, thank you so much. That was awesome. I really enjoyed all the things that I've heard today. Julie, since this is your first time, what do you think about the experience with this meeting?
I do a lot. Can everyone hear me? Yeah, okay, I'm not on mute. I do a lot of networking prior to COVID happening. I was doing networking events maybe minimum like 2 days a week, but they were a lot in person. They were a lot of like kind of industry peers. My networking has dramatically reduced to Zoom, obviously, like everybody else. But I still have like obligations to it, in the sense of like I just had a virtual site tour earlier today. I'm still like board member of a couple women in construction things, but all of our events have like, I know Florida is a little bit different, but all of our events have like dramatically kind of fell off. They're not as interactive as this. I find this like kind of very interesting to see how you guys are doing networking here compared to networking events that my industry hosts. I think it is very interesting to kind of have a moderator that reaches out to people in the event, I guess, to kind of bring them into the conversation. A lot of the events that I attend is everyone just kind of watching a screen and listening. And then there's like a small question period at the end. This is very interactive compared to what I'm used to.
I'm glad that you liked it, Julie. Okay, and Jonathan, I know I invited you. Jonathan Dash.
Oh, hi. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, this is your first time too.
This is my first time. Yes.
What did you think about it, your experience?
Oh, I loved it. It's so nice to see everybody's faces and hearing everybody's amazing career goals. And I'm very inspired by all of you. Thank you for sharing.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here too, Jonathan. I know you're a pretty big, famous with the Paris Hilton and all of that. It's like, I'm so glad to have you here though. And plus being the fashion editor for the Fabulous Lifestyle. I'm so excited about that for you. Okay. And Dr. Rob I know he is so busy and I'm so happy to have him here too. So happy that he's able to, connect with all of you because he does have a lot of programs and projects that you can get involved and connections. I mean, I go attend his meetings too. And you guys need to check that out. He's got a lot of connections. And Jonathan, again, thank you, Jonathan Thor, for being here. You've been very supportive, very, very talented. I totally appreciate you so much for being here. And for everybody else, I know you guys always here. Love that you support Fire Up Connect. If you have any questions about Fire Up Connect, we do have our weekly meetings every Tuesday at 3:00 p.m. We have our TV talk show. Julie, you might want to connect with me later because I have a company called Finest Women in Real Estate. And we're getting ready to publish our magazine for the Finest Women in Real Estate. In addition to what Dr. Rob is doing with the magazine, I think he's got such great reach on his magazine that you might want to check that out too. And then we also have the radio show that you could, tap into, which is with Ken Powell. I would connect with Ken because there is a finance editor and they wanted to talk about real estate there. And they have 82,000 listeners on their radio station. It's going to be, 3 stations, Ken, right? The 1050 AM, the 2 FM stations.
102.3 FM and 106.5 FM.
And that's covering the California. And if you really want to be a part of that.
Southern California, yeah.
Connect with Ken. Ken, did you provide your phone number in the chat?
I'll try.
Okay, that would be good so everybody can get that. All right, so we are about 3:54. And any last questions? Next week, it's going to be Tuesday at 3:00 again. And Jessica, what's the status with the Friday at noon with Jason? Yes, sir.
I've not connected with him yet, but is on my list.
Okay, all right. So we're trying to establish another meeting, which is going to be a Friday at noon with Jessica and Jason. They're wanting to have another event, another meeting, a weekly meeting for Friday because of some of the people that couldn't attend this time and they wanted to try a different time. So that's what we're doing. Okay, any questions on my, okay, there's, Ken, that's only 6-7 digits. I think you're missing 3 digits in there.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone. And again, for the live seminar, connect with me. I wanted to talk to you. I want to make sure that you guys are aware. It's going to be November 5th, 6th, and 7th. And give me a call if you want to participate in the live event because this is going to be huge. Lots of people, fashion show, dinner, entertainment. That's just the way I roll when I do all these events. It's a lot of fun. And everybody's gonna look so amazing, celebrities and all of that. And here's one news that I wanted to share with you with the Finest Women in Real Estate. I got connected to a showrunner from Viacom, and we are now going to work with her in putting together a pitch package for the TV reality show that we have done in 2015. Julie, you might want to be a part of this because this is a TV show. And all the women in real estate are going to be like, excited about this. So I have a group of women that are already, connected with this. So if you wanted more information, let me know. Okay.
Sure.
All right. It looks like, make sure you save the chat. Lots of information coming through. And I will see you everyone on next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Okay. All right. I'm going to put my phone number too.
And if you're not a member of Fire Up Connect, you can talk to me or Marie, and we can help you navigate that.
She can give you a lot of the information, and definitely you can call me too. But call Jessica. She's one of the people that really understands the value of the membership. Okay. All right.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Love you all.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.